Hello and welcome. It's a cold winter day in Romania. Or winter, autumn, same stuff. Let's go through some interesting stuff that has just been discovered about this new patch. Shall we? Well, first of all, let's go with a pretty interesting screenshot that shows us Sylvanas in the middle of the Arbiter's room, surrounded by the Oribos guards, and people looking at her. If you look closely at this image, you can see you have some Kyrians, some Maldraxi, some Fays, think one or two Ventiers, which is quite disappointing because I like the Ventiers. Oh yeah, you have Uther right there. Something that looks like Nathanos, but I think it's just a Maldraxi and I'm imagining it. If you look at the top right corner between the two Oribos guards. There's also Anduin back to his normal self right there. Behind Anduin there's Thrall. Next to Thrall there's Bane. At some point I think Lothemar and Teresa are there. Maiev is there for some reason. But this might just be another warden. Note that right now we're going by speculation, so let's just have some fun with it. Oh, the Kyrian Steward is also there, and I am enjoying it because I like the Steward. So this could presumably be her trial. After we saw that Pelagos can become the next what's his name again? Oh yeah, the next arbiter. Well, it might just be false, like I've said in that video. It could just be a false flag or something because it doesn't really make much sense. And let me present to you an interesting evidence. Now, the second picture might be fake. I'm not doubting it might not be. But you see, Reddit came out with, not Reddit, a better site than Reddit, 4chan came out with a leak about this. And let's just take it with a grain of salt. It might happen, it might not. So let's talk about it. So we're just gonna go through the things that the guy confirmed, leaked. And let's see. Zerad Mortis is in fact inside of Azeroth. The planet itself is the forge of afterlives and the crux of creation. This is why the Titans seal the old gods rather than risk destroying the world. Everything else would go with it. Which is an interesting point to raise. All the attacks in all the games were to constantly weaken his defenses. Zorval wants the true heart of Azeroth, which I thought was the necklace, but okay, he wants the world soul, to insert his soul into the flow of world soul anima, otherwise known to us as Azeroth, to become the new architect of creation and the planet's world soul. After a questline with the Primus sending you to find the soul of Archers, who like all humans was technically a Titan construct, infused with all god corruption, had a resistance to the domination magic even the Primus does not understand, but is used to free Anduin. So we're basically going to use Archers to free Anduin, presumably. The raid continues in the final area simply called the Forge, and we defeat Zoval, but he has damaged the heart of Azeroth beyond repair, or so it seems. A new soul is needed for it. One needs to sacrifice themselves to become the new world soul and stabilize reality. Anduin wants to go, but he's too weak. The role is taken by Sylvanas. In Zerad Mortis, time is convoluted, so this change is retroactive. She has now always been the Azeroth's soul, and also promises to make afterlives where everyone is free and do not follow the cycle of death. In the end, Zoval technically wins. Sylvanas serves forever, and technically always has since the beginning of time, and Shadowlands begins to heal, setting up the time paradox that creates the infinite dragonflight and the time walker slash attendants of the first ones. Special time crime division to recruit players into 10.0. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it might be possible. I really think this could happen. It's a little bit mind-numbing, the extent to which they would go to redeem Sylvanas. Though that is a better choice than Pelagos, I give them that. If this is to happen, though, it really creates a sort of time loop where, let's just say Sylvanas, you know, there was always this joke once upon a time that Thrall was Green Jesus. Well, apparently Sylvanas always was Jesus in this case. And I know that's blasphemy, but that's what they're going for with this one. If this is true, this is what they will be going for. Sylvanas exactly being Jesus. From the beginning in her life as a high elf, to her and her sisters being the only windrunners left, I think. Was the only windrunners? Or maybe they were leaders of the windrunner family. Anyway, to this point where she's now technically this. Hey, the world, she becomes the arbiter. Now, if this is true, this is huge. I mean, what can you expect? I wouldn't be surprised if it's true. You would bring Archers back, so that would be cool. But I fear for Archers as much as I fear for any character that Blizzard can write now or can touch now. So the implications are kind of weird, but it would make sense that they could use artists that we would have to use artists to save Anduin from the magic of domination. In a way, I think, because if you think about it, Artis wasn't immune to being controlled by the fact that when he was the Lich King, in the book about the Lich King, Artis kills his old self, his human part, his boy part. And I think he also gets rid of Ner'zhul, which lets him alone in the helm. No, technically, I think they've retconned that at some point. Anyway, it would make sense to use Artis, seeing how he technically didn't obey Zoval, or kinda did, but unwillingly. Anyway, this is already kinda hard to grasp. Well, you can't really save the story with this, even if it's true or not. And if the only options are Pelagos or Sylvanas, I would rather take Sylvanas. Quite frankly, it is a better option. Quite frankly, it's a way better option. And I wouldn't be surprised seeing how Downser really likes his I'm not gonna be vulgar with this one. How Downser likes Sylvanas. It wouldn't be that surprising. Still a better choice than Pelagos. Gonna give it that. Anyway, thanks for watching.